Hi students, today's class is for class 10th and it's on chemistry. The very first chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. So today we'll be dealing with chemical reactions. So what is chemical reaction? Chemical reaction involve the breaking and making of bonds between atoms to produce new substances. Now moving on to the types of chemical reaction. First is the combination reaction. Now what is combination reaction? When a single product is formed from two or more reactants is known as combination reaction. An example for combination reaction is calcium oxide CaO, that is quicklime plus water H2O gives calcium hydroxide CaOH twice. What is calcium hydroxide? It is slakelime. Decomposition reaction. When a single reactant breaks down to give simpler product is known as decomposition reaction. An example is ferrous sulfate FeSO4 on heating gives ferric oxide Fe2O3 plus SO2 and SO3, that is sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Displacement reaction. So let's start with an example. Iron plus copper sulfate giving iron sulfate plus copper. So in this reaction, what happens is that iron has displaced or removed another element, that is copper, from copper sulfate solution. Such a reaction is known as displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. A reaction in which there is exchange of ions between the reaction is called as double displacement reaction. An example for that is sodium sulfate plus barium chloride giving barium sulfate and sodium chloride. So, in this reaction, there is exchange between barium and sulfate giving a white precipitate, barium sulfate. Now, what is a precipitate? A white substance which is insoluble in water is formed. This insoluble substance formed is known as a precipitate. So such a reaction which produces a precipitate is called precipitation reaction.